Hello, welcome to Halloween month 2022. Today I'm reviewing Redman, issue 1, Astron. This is by Behemoth Comics and Happy Tank. We're going to review episode 2 called Icarus. Awesome cover. And episode 3, Canagon. Alright. So, this comic book is written by and drawn by Matt Frank, and let me take this out of the slip cover. Sorry, slip. Yeah. So this was a comic book that a lot of the tokusatsu channels were promoting, and in my opinion, they overhyped it a bit. They were making it sound like it was this dark, mysterious, series, right? And it's basically just like the TV show, which this book is based off a Japanese tokusatsu show that was basically like a filler show because, some shows had different lengths, so they would have these TV shows that were basically like 3 to 5 minute episodes on TV, kind of like Sunman, not Sunman. What was it called? I can't remember, but there's a bunch of cartoons like that. And this was one of those shows where each episode ran for 5 minutes, and it was just Redman, who is supposed to be, this is like a spin-off of Ultraman, where he was basically supposed to be apprentice to Ultraman, and would go around fighting monsters on a grass field, right? And sometimes there would be a fog machine, but every episode would be him fighting a random monster, and the show had dark humor because sometimes he would kill monsters that were harmless, right? Yeah. So yeah, the first issue is Astron, and I really like how this comic book opens up, because it opens up and this is supposed to represent an old TV turning on. And it starts off with this paragraph, right? In the early 1970s, a mysterious transmission appeared on television sets across the country of Nippon. That's actually what Japan is called, Nippon, for people who don't know. It was a strange, violent, oddly beautiful series of images in which a near-endless succession of bizarre creatures did battle with a hero. His body covered in red, they fought on a desolate world of dead grass and fog-shrouded woods, occasionally peppered with artifacts not unlike those seen on Earth. Many assumed it to be a weird television program intended for children and eventually faded from memory. The viewers could never have imagined that these images may have been from a reality that was not their own, and that they were not the intended audience. So it starts off with this very eerie paragraph, which made me think, oh, those tokusatsu channels that were promoting this crap. Sorry, not crap. This is a good book, but what was promoting this read this and was like, oh, this is a horror mystery comic. No, it's just the comic book, which only took me. This comic book only took 4 minutes to read. I think it took me less than 20 minutes to read all 3 of them. Right? Is just Redman getting into a fight with a monster, right? In each comic, right? While a mysterious viewer watches this, right? And the mysterious viewer is obviously an alien or monster. Also, there's obviously they couldn't get the rights or to all the monsters, so this monster is obviously based off Pigmon, who's been a tsuburaya Ultraman monster since Ultra Q, which is the first Ultraman show that didn't. Well, it was a prequel to Ultraman, because the Ultra series was originally just supposed to be like the Science Patrol fighting monsters, but that didn't work out much. So like in the second series, they added Ultraman, right? So this is obviously based off Pigmon, but they changed it and like named him Redmon. So yeah, you see these helpless monsters get killed by this giant Godzilla-looking monster, which is called Astron. Which there are a lot of like Godzilla lookalikes in Ultraman. Why they just don't just have an Ultraman like Godzilla crossover? I don't know, because there's a crossover movie with Ultraman and like Kamen Rider in the 90s, but it's like we can't have a Ultraman versus Godzilla. I think they might do that since they're doing all the Shin movies, Shin Godzilla, Shin Ultraman, Shin Kamen Rider. Maybe at some point there's going to be a big crossover, who knows. But yeah, so yeah, the comic book is mostly visual storytelling with some like some like, you know, narration, but yeah, it's mostly visual storytelling and fights. And our hero Redman is not very talkative. Like, he only really says Reddo fight, right? And like announces his special attacks, which is Reddo chop, Reddo knife. And he has like a staff weapon with a cross on it, which you see in like the third issue. Reddo chop. And yeah, here you see like there's a camera, and like it's sending a transmission to whatever alien species is reading it. And like I like this. This has been a broadcast by Happy Tank. Yeah, so I'll open up and show you the other issues, but really, I pretty much have the same thing like I'm going to say about all three of them, right? They're just, yeah, they basically kind of, I mean, the stories are a little different. Here it's like, you think Redman is going to chase out and kill this monster. This is called Icarus, which is a bat monster who thinks he's being chased by Redman, and he's like a helpless monster. He's called a star monster for some reason. And he thinks he's going to get killed by Redman. Redman's chasing him. Because Redman is sometimes portrayed as a villain. Right? Especially when he kills helpless monsters. Yeah, like you see he has nightmares of Redman. And he sees Redman as a monster, right? Here, I thought this was cool, because like here, Redman looks like, no, or that might be Redman killing a monster, but like this monster kind of looks like Red King, which if you know who Red King is, look him up. He's basically like a tan Godzilla monster, but with a really long neck. And you could see like the suit actor's head in the neck, the shape of the suit actor's head in his neck. So like, yeah, you think Redman's gonna kill like the helpless monster, but he's after this guy, right? Which you get a cool fight. He actually uses the knife, which looks a bit blocky, but you know it's like a bad prop from a 70s TV show. Right, and here you actually see the face of the viewer, right? Which I have no idea what it is. So I'm not really going to open up the third issue, because the third issue is just this monster getting constantly killed, having visions of getting constantly killed by Redman, and at the end of the issue, he catches the weapon that, you know, Redman was using to kill him, which is the staff weapon here, right? And then at the end of the issue, you see like the group that there's not just one monster watching Redman, but multiple monsters. So like, let's put this here for the thumbnail. So what I think about this comic book, right? I thought the art was good. The art's really good. The covers are beautiful. I think this is a variant cover, but I could be wrong. The art's good. My problem, the plot is good. I like the plot. The bad thing about this book is that, because it's mostly visual storytelling, the book, it takes you less than like 5 minutes to read each issue, basically. There's not a lot of story in the book, right? Uh, it's just Redman going around killing monsters, just like in the TV show. But that works for the TV show because it was basically like like filler, right, for like television shows, right? It was never supposed to be like a serious piece of art. Here, it's like, people are saying that this is a serious piece of art, and this series is cool. My problem with this is that, you're spending, like, new comics nowadays. I don't know how much I paid for this. I think it was like $5 each. But it's like you're paying $5 or maybe $4 for a comic book that's gonna take you less than 5 minutes to read, man. Oh man, that's not good. That's honestly not good, man. Like, the best I could give this is a 6 out of 10, and just for the art, right? Uh, and like, yeah, yeah, this comic book was really overhyped by the tokusatsu channels. Um, Honestly, really, I can't really recommend this series other than buy the trade when it comes out. But will this get a trade? I have no idea, because it's an indie comic book company I never heard of called Behemoth Comics. Which I guess Happy Tank is just called Matt Frank's company's name. But yeah, I honestly, I can't recommend this other than buy the trade, or maybe if you're a Tokusatsu fan and you're like, oh, this looks cool, I'll check it out. Which it does look cool. That's basically, my problem is that's basically all this has going for it. That and whatever crap they're planning in the final issue. I'm hoping like there's some cool thing happens at the final issue, but who knows? Which this is only like this is only like 5 issues series, and I'll review 4 and 5 together when I get issue 5, which still isn't out yet. So yeah, that's it for this review, guys. I'm gonna try to review, like, speed up the Halloween month reviews. Yeah, it's just that I'm currently reading the Ghost Rider Omnibus, and those are like 70 comics, so it's like each one like takes me like half an hour to read, man. It's like, holy crap. And I have like I think like 18 comics to read, issues to read in that omnibus. So like, you know, hopefully, I finish that soon. But if not, I'll just I'll just read a random trade from the pile that I'm planning to review for this comic book. Sorry, for Halloween month.